I've been standing here for like 10 minutes trying to come up with some witty quip or joke, but I've got nothing. So let's just talk about how super the super Spamf is. We're looking at the super Spamf. Before we get into that, let me just say my channel is growing so freaking fast. As I'm recording this video, I'm about to hit 400 subscribers, and my channel's only existed for 8 months. That being said, like 70% of you all watching my channel aren't subscribed, so if you would please go hit that subscribe button and maybe even leave a like and a comment if you like what I'm doing here. That all being said, there are going to be some changes coming to the channel coming up, some quality of life and quality of content changes, so you might want to stick around and see what those are. That done, let's talk about this amazing blaster. This is... I can't say enough things about the Spamf to begin with. I ranted for like 12 minutes in my original video about how awesome the Spamf is as both a blaster and as a building experience. If you want to know more about that, go check out that review. There'll be links in the card and in the description. So what the heck is a super Spamf? If the Spamf was already pretty super, why do you gotta put the name super on it? Well, put simply, this is a pump action kit for the Spamf, which at first glance is kind of like, why the heck do you want that? It's already compact, it works fine as a slide prime, it's already awesome. Why do you want to go and put more plastic on it and make it weird? For the simple reasons of, for a lot of people, myself included, pump action is a better priming mechanism. There's a couple reasons why, and I know this is a whole debate, so if you want to counterpoint me, please go ahead in my comments section. We'll have a good discussion. But here's why I find pump action better. First of all, the comfort of the pump action is just what I prefer. Second of all, comes in priming weight. To start off, with a pump action, you genuinely have a more direct line between where you're applying force to the blaster and where the spring is applying force to the internals, which means you have less leverage and less flex inherent in your system. What this basically means is there's less added force from mechanical advantage or disadvantage and friction to priming the blaster, which means you're more close to just your spring weight when you're priming. That's why things like my Caliburn with a similar weight spring has a lighter prime weight than my Alpha Trooper, because the Alpha Trooper has a bent and an offset priming bar, whereas the Caliburn has direct priming bars. Second to that is between pump action and slide prime is the muscles you use to prime. With slide prime, you use more of your forearm and your pec to prime just because of where your hand sits there. If you're using this grip. If you're using this grip, it gets weird. With a pump action, you use more of your bicep across your chest and your back to prime. And that just has to do with the distance from your body that your front hand is at, as well as the orientation of your forearm. Biomechanics aside, pump action is typically faster, as well as it gives you more direct line of sight across the top of your blaster, so it's a little easier to see and hit what you're aiming at. So, all of those things, plus one of my favorite blasters in the hobby, and it's still freaking compact. How the heck am I not going to love this blaster? I honestly have no complaints. Yeah, I have no complaints about this blaster right now. It is compact, smooth to operate, good performance, can be flexible performance. You can get this hitting down in the 80s and 90s for low FPS games. You can crank it up to almost 200 for your high cap games, and it doesn't make it any bigger. It's great. Now, I tried to go to an extreme and put a 12 kilogram spring in here, and it didn't like that, But it wasn't the pump action that failed, it was the trigger pull. The trigger pull got really heavy. So now I'm back down to my 5 kilogram spring, which gives me about 100 FPS with the standard acrylic barrel from Captain Slug, and I have no complaints. So let's talk about the build. To build your Super Spamf, the first thing you do is take off your old slide. Next thing you're going to need to do is open up your blaster, take off your magwell and barrel, so that you can get to your plunger tube and your pusher. You're going to swap out your pusher for the Super Spamf one. I already had it installed. Next, you slide your new slide onto the rail on top of the plunger tube and the pusher. Now you can close the blaster back up with your new slide installed. Add the guide rail to the bottom of your barrel with 2 Nerf screws. Put together the pump handle if you need to, then add your priming bars. Once you have these in place, all you have to do is put the pump grip on the guide rail and screw it into the 2 priming bars, and you're done. The Super Spamf is a great blaster. I think we can all agree. It might not fit your niche, but it's cool. And I want to make a point of that I think this blaster might have a greater impact than people think. I think this blaster might change the way people play HVZs, or at least what blasters they use. So the gold standard, the thing that all HVZ blasters should be compared to, is the Alpha Trooper. It's a magazine-fed pump-action springer. It's quick, it's reliable, it's light. It can dump some darts with slam fire or just with a quick arm and trigger finger, and I love mine. If you want to know more about this blaster, I've got a video on it. There'll be links. So why would you choose this over this? Well, they're both pump action springers, so the base good qualities are there. Full length darts aren't bad, but half length darts are better. They're more accurate, they have better aerodynamics, they fly a little bit farther. This is also a sealed breech system, so you immediately are a little more accurate, plus you can add scar barrels to make it even more accurate. So you're more likely to hit your target with this than this, just based on the build and what darts they use. Granted, the Alpha Trooper does have slam fire, which the Super Spamf doesn't, so that's one thing it wins out on. But the big thing to me is the size. With the stock, the Spamf is less than half the length. Without the stock, it's about 5 to 6 inches shorter, at least with mine with this muzzle piece. So 4 to 5 inches shorter than a regular Alpha Trooper. So what does that mean? Well, your blaster is more accurate, your ammunition takes up less space, but you don't lose anything besides slam fire, which you can practice. I'm not going to dry fire this blaster. You can practice to get almost as fast as slam fire. For this package size, personally, I'm going to build a half-length magazine loadout, finally, that centers a little bit around my Super Spamf that will also be usable for things like my Caliburn and other half-dart blasters I build. But the emphasis is going to be on lightweight and mobility. Because whereas with most of my primary blasters, I pick up a sling and I hang them off my body, I can hang this off my vest and it sit on my vest and not be any bulkier. Alternatively, if I'm playing HVZ as a student, as a day-to-day, have to get to classes, I could hide this in a jacket if your game allows that. And the only thing showing me to be a human player would be my bandana on my arm. Well, then I might be able to sneak past a group of zombies, but still have a primary class blaster if they do notice me and I have to fight my way out of that situation. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the Super Spamf, and I might be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. I would love to debate this idea with some of you. I only have so much HVZ experience. I've only played in, I think, 3. So, if your opinions differ, please let me know. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching that video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. I am really loving how quick this channel is growing, and I would love for it to be able to support itself before too long. That being said, you're also more than welcome to leave a comment discussing the things I covered in this video. I would love to hear your opinions, or if you just liked it, leave a like. It always helps. I reference a lot of different videos in this little review video, so if you want to watch any of those, there'll be links all over the place. And if you want to see more content from me, you can go look at my channel for more videos, or go check out my Instagram, which is @HoundsArmory. If you go search on Instagram, or just look in the description below, there should be a link that'll take you to it. I post little sneak peeks of what videos I'm posting there, as well as just little things of what's going on with the channel. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.